Hey, welcome back to part 2 of the assessment function in Schoology. I've gone ahead and created an assessment and I'm now logged in as a student. So I'm going to show you what it looks like for students before I show you how I built it. So the student's going to go in, launches the assessment, and it tells me, oh, I've already made one attempt. I have 2 more attempts remaining. Okay? So let's have attempt number 2. So at the top, your instructions will appear. The student can go view their previous results and how long it took them to do it. So let's start a new attempt. Now the way I built this this assessment is I started with some text. It can be text, it can be image, it can be a video. There's a lot that you can add into it. This one is all about elephants. I found some information that I want them to look at. And once they've read through it, there are 9 or 8 more questions that they need to answer. So, first question is your typical multiple choice. So, you will have a question and you'll have options that a student can select. It'll display one question at a time. So, if you have more than one multiple choice question, it will display in order. So, they make their selection, they choose next. All right, elephant herds are led by male elephants. So is that true or false? That's just a typical true. You can set it so that if an answer is false, a student needs to indicate which is the correct answer. So let's say it's led by female elephants instead. I click next. All right, here we have a matching exercise. So where there is a term on one side that's got to be matched with possible answers down the bottom. You have your question, match the time period with the stage in an elephant's life. Now these are just drag and drop. Lifespan is quite long. Adolescent age is 14, nursing period 4 years, and the gestation period is 22 months. All right, answers are in there. If they want to change it around, you'll see that answer pops back out again. And then they're ready to move on. So next question is an image that they need to label. And again, I've put the labels at the bottom. So the trunk, they just drag and drop the tusk. The tail is on the back end and the ear. Gotta drop it into the box. All right, and you can see that it auto saves. So even if the student closes and loses and wants to come back to it, it'll actually pick up where they were last time. All right, next one is an order. Order the elephants from smallest to largest. So male bulls are the largest, then female, then adolescent, then baby. So now we've ordered it. Very typical to just drag around in the correct order. Next, this is a fill in the blank. So elephants have up to 40,000 muscles in their trunks. They use it to eat, drink, and breathe. They can travel for distances up to 80 kilometers every day. So just a typical fill in the blank type question. How do elephants communicate? They use their trunks to trumpet. Their trunks to trumpet. And you can see that there's a word limit. So you can have a word limit up to, I think, 10,000 words if you're having kids do an assessment style question in here. That might be useful to actually limit them. You only have 400 words. It won't let you type more or less. It's going to be great to help kids be concise with their word limit. So this might be a useful one. I don't know how useful multiple choice and fill in the blank questions will be in high school. And then the final one, I added a small little math problem just so that we can see what the math tools on the side do. So here on the side, they have a review. If they want to review a specific question, they can flag it so then they can go back to that question. They have some accessibility options. If they want to watch it in a different layout, it'll change it for them so that they can see it in a different way. There's a highlight function which I didn't activate, but then they'll be able to highlight specific words. And there's a notepad so they can take some notes if they want. They also, depending on the type of math things you put in, they have a protractor that they can use to determine angles. They have a ruler if they need to measure length, and they can just turn these on and off. And then there is a calculator, and you can move these around so you can work it. So this kid's obviously going to need the calculator, and they can also type. All right, so I want him to show his working. So there's different lines. Now you can determine if you want to type with a calculator or type with text mode. So in the calculator mode, the kid can type in here, well, I'm going to do it 66 plus 73 plus 59 plus 82 plus 71 equals, and now I can work this out in my calculator, plus 73 plus 59 82 plus 71. That gives us an answer of 351. All right, in my next line, so I return to go to a next line. I say 351 divided by 5 equals, and I can do the same on this side, divided by 5 equals, all right, and I can type in 70.2. Done. Oops. All right, and there I've shown my workings. And I can then, I'm done on my final question. I can go back to see other questions if I want to review them before I finish. When I click review, I can also choose if I want to go back to a question immediately, or if I'm ready, it'll show you if there are any that I did not attempt. Well, there was nothing to attempt in question 1, so I attempted all of them, and I can click finish. All right, shows you how long it took you to do it, and I am going to submit.